Welcome back, guys. Happy you're here. Happy I'm here. I'm hungover as hell, but we're gonna get through it. I'm on tour. Come see me on tour. Tickets are selling. News to me. So happy about it. Okay. But if you are listening to this, please come and you live in these cities: Bloomington, Minnesota, San Diego, Burbank, California, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., Boston, baby. Not my hometown, but my dad lives there. Don't look him up. You could if you want. His name's Dan. Is that bad to say? I don't know. Oh, wait, don't look him up. Don't look it up. You can look it up. I'm acting like he's like on OnlyFans. My dad is not. I wish he would be making way more money. He could be. He's a handsome guy.
Elle Diablo show. Elle Diablo.
Here's my problem. My dad is objectively good looking, and he's actually had quite a glow up, but he my whole life he's been objectively good looking, and it's been hard for me. It's not easy when you have an objectively good looking dad because everyone thinks you're dating. Did I tell you guys? Yeah. Did I tell? I'm sorry if I told this story before. Also, by the way, comment where you're listening from. I want to know. I'm very curious. I love to see where you guys are listening in from. And yeah, let's be friends. What's good? But yeah, hot dads, not great to have. So when I was in high school, it started when I was in high school, which is horrible. I had braces, I had acne. I couldn't look more like a teenager. And one day my dad brought me to the podiatrist, the foot doctor. And the foot doctor is like, I don't know, 800 years old. And we walk in and my dad's like, yeah, I'm trying to get inserts for my daughter. This was like his big, my dad doesn't do anything. No, my dad does a lot for me behind the scenes. I guess. What does that mean? I'm not setting up our relationship well. He was more of he's like a soccer, he's like sports, and anything with sports he was like involved with. So I guess I had flat feet. I don't know. I was tripping all over myself. My dad's like, you need inserts. We go to this podiatrist. He's 800 years old. And we walk in. He's like, oh, so you're trying to get inserts for your girlfriend, I see. Again, I fully have braces. And my dad's probably like 40 at this time, 45. And my dad's like, this is my daughter. And the podiatrist goes, oh, well, you never know. Yeah, I think you could tell. I think you could pick up on some context clues. Like I look 14 and my dad looks 45 and this old guy is like, yeah, I mean, back in my day, that was, I married, my wife was 13 when I married her. What do you do? This is just normal. But yeah, it's not easy having an attractive dad. Why are we talking about this? I'm hungover, you guys. I'm hungover. I drank on a Monday, which is objectively the best day to get fucked up. I think of the week, hot take, because you get drunk on a Monday, okay? You make horrible decisions as I did last night. And then you have the rest of the week to, fix everything, It's like the rest of the week is like rehab, because you're not going to go out. I got so drunk. I was drinking shots of Jameson. What am I, a rock star? Jesus Christ. Check this out. If you don't believe me. Wait. Whoa. Bass alert. I'm showing all my tattoos. I have 3 big ones. But yeah, shots of Jameson. I was drinking like I was in high school. I don't know. It was just a thing. And sorry, I have to, try to not throw up during this whole time. You guys get it. It's the life of a rock and roller. Okay, what are you gonna do? And funny enough, so I was supposed to go on a date with this guy, this Irish guy that I mentioned in the past, but it never like worked out. Like, we were just like, oh, we'll meet up Tuesday. And then I forgot about it. He must have been just not into it. I don't know. And then I saw him at the bar that I was with all my friends on a date with a different blonde girl who was so hot. Oh my God. She had a t-shirt on. It was a t-shirt, but it was like just under her boobs and then all her stomach and then low rise jeans. I'm like, that girl is way hotter than me. Okay. I would just be wearing a regular t-shirt. So he made the right decision. The shorts he was wearing though made me think, things worked out for the best. He was wearing short shorts. No, he was wearing not just like, listen, I love when a guy's wearing short shorts when they're like working out, but he was wearing like short working out shorts to a bar. And I mean, gay, I think that's why I think everyone should be able to observe someone they want to go on a date with, like as like an outsider on their date with someone else. I think that's the best way to know if you want it, because you get a vibe of what they're going to dress like. Like if I brought a guy around my friends and he's wearing short shorts, I mean, I would just, I'd be like, hi, I'm having sex with a gay man. And then everyone's going to be questioning my sexuality. It would never work. But all that to be said, I got hammered and I hooked up with my ex. Uh-oh. Ugh. Not really hooked up. We didn't have sex. Almost did, but we didn't. Thank God. We just made out. We made out hardcore. What are you going to do? I will say this. There's nothing better than hooking up with your ex. It's the best because you get into the same, nothing changes. It's like, well, one, it's really hot because you're like, it's not going to work out, but how each other, like, you know each other. So it's a fun make out. But then you start getting into the same fights that you always get into. And and then I started being crazy. I was like, sorry, you're in love with me. He's like, I am not. I'm like, you're in denial. Someone's in denial. It was crazy. I was like, so you're going to tell me right now that you're not in love with me? He's like, yeah, like 100%. And I'm like, keep on lying to yourself. Then why do you keep on coming back? And he's like, because you're hot. Just shoot me with a gun. This is why I can't. If I had a gun, I would have blown my brains out right then and there. I mean, it's just insult. It's really insult to injury, but it's fun. It's toxic. Oh, I love toxicity. And this is my problem, I think, with dating, is that I always pursue relationships, and relationships is like the loosest term. It's like, I'm just talking about when you get into a thing with a guy. We were never formally dating or anything like that, but we've done this dance for a couple years now. And it's ending. I said we were supposed to be friends. And it didn't work out that night. I said, you know what? This was a practice round. It doesn't count. Next time we're totally going to be friends. And I'm not going to fall for it, because I always think like, oh, if he sees me and I'm really pretty and he's having a good time, he'll realize he's in love with me. And every time he's like, no, 100%. Gonna be a big no on that one. I would honestly love for him to just like tell me how much he hates me. I think that would really help. I wish he would be like, listen, I pretend that I don't actually like having a conversation with you. Your voice hits a pitch that really like numbs my ear, like makes me want to go deaf, or something. Like, I don't like how you breathe. I don't like how you stand. You kind of shrug. Like, I wish he could just give me a laundry list and I'd be like, okay, this man hates me. But what guys do is, you know, the thing online where they're like, oh, believe their actions. Don't believe their actions. Because sometimes their actions will be like, oh, I'm still in love with you. Well, he never was, allegedly. Allegedly. The jury's still out on that. We will never know. I think secretly, no, he's not. And but I feel like you can't trust the actions. You got to trust the combination of the actions and the words. Because the actions and the words don't align with he likes me at all. But, and I'm not saying I'm anything to write home about in terms of attractiveness, but I always think, oh, if a guy finds me like hot, then he'll want to be with me. But at the same time, if he said today, I want to be in a relationship with you, everything, like all my attraction would leave my body. And I'd be like, wait, no. This is so weird. This is so weird. No. Remember when you rejected me? I just love guys who, I just love the game. I love the chase of it all. It's dopamine. I think it's a dopamine thing, really. Like, I am addicted to dopamine. That's my addiction. I've been trying to find a different addiction, but it's like the phone. It's a high and a low, and it's slots essentially. You think you're gonna get a different outcome every time. That's why you play, and then one time you hit big, and then they, stay at your apartment for 8 hours, and they have the best time of their life, and you're like, okay, well, somebody's in love, and then you don't see him again for 8 months. So, anyways. So that's Monday. So now I have the whole week to act right. And we ended on an amicable word of the day note, and we're good. We're friends again. So it's fine. And that's the best case scenario. You hook up with your ex, you get in a fight, everything's ruined, and then it's fine. And then you make up and it's fine. God, does that guy hate me? Lord. Yeah, I don't think when you think about your track, or it's not is it attraction styles, it's your attachment styles, I guess. Of like, anxious attachment or avoidant. This guy couldn't be more avoidant. And I guess I am an anxious attacher. Attachment styles. Read it, baby. Let's hear it. We're testing it.
All right. So secure attachment. Individuals with a secure attachment style feel comfortable with intimacy and independence, trusting others and feeling confident.
And see, these people don't exist. That's not real. So, and then there's anxious. Let's see. I think I'm anxious and avoidant. I mean, we all know these attachment styles. The anxious, characterized by desire for closeness, fear of abandonment. The thing is, I'm not afraid of being abandoned. I just love the game of the chase. But then, yeah, I kind of only pursue things that I know won't work out. So that's something I guess I have to work on. I think that's every female comedian, though. I think every male comedian is avoidant, and every female comedian is like secretly avoidant. Don't date comedians. Oh my God. My friend told me that my friend from college asked me about I wouldn't call him famous, but he's big online. You know, he's not like a Nate Bargatze or like a Louis C.K., but he's like blowing up online. And I met him. He's nice, but my friend was like, her sister-in-law met him at a show. She flew out to be with him for a weekend. She's like, what do you think? And I was like, girl, don't fucking do it. No, he's dating at least 18 people right now. Like you're not even in a relationship. He's already cheating on you. Just stay away from comedians. Unless you're a really hot single guy, then I would love to talk. So hit me up, slide into my DMs. There's a lot of guys who slide into my DMs who I'm not attracted to. So I wonder what's going on there. But if Jack O'Connell is my dream. He's in London, which is why I wanted to go to London so I could find him and so we could be together finally. But hey, London's going to have to wait. But it's fun. It's fun to get drunk. I hope you guys are getting drunk this weekend. Maybe, I don't know, have a fun time. And if you're not, getting drunk is fine if you have Klonopin. See, I have Klonopin, so that's why I'm able to sit upright. I'm not saying do Klonopin. I'm prescribed it. Okay, I'm prescribed it because I asked my psychiatrist and she said no. And then I said, I'll try a handful different. I tried Ambien. She said no to Klonopin, but then she gave me Ambien. And I'm like, that's way worse than Klonopin. But if you have a hangover, Klonopin just kind of makes it way better. Way more fun for everybody, I'm going to do another Zinni. Woo! Drinking stories. I have someone was asking me if I was a bad kid, and I was a horrible kid, and why don't people believe me? They're like, no. Yeah, I was so bad. I was sneaking out. I was smoking weed, which wasn't, it's not the worst thing you could do. People in my town were doing heroin, but I was doing weed. I know, we were a heroin town. We were like one, and it's weird because I'm from like a suburb of Chicago, and it's like middle class, but it's surrounded by super wealthy areas. But it's a nice town, like, and it has like wealthy parts and whatnot. You'd never think there's a bunch of heroin addicts in this town, but a lot of kids were doing that. But I was just, smoking weeds, really badass, and just sneaking out, and just whatever my parents told me not to do, I would do it. And we're always in fights. Like one time I got a couple drinking tickets. Super cool. One time my friend, though, she was driving, we were in college, and she was driving drunk, which everyone in Chicago, just like FYI, if you're driving at night in Chicago, everyone on the road is drunk. No, you shouldn't be. It's horrible, but like, just watch out. But one time she's driving drunk because she wants, a grilled cheese sandwich from this place. And I didn't think she was that drunk. I was too drunk to drive. And she's like, I'm good. And I was too drunk to be like, are you sure? I was like, well, whatever she says, if she says it must be true. And so she's driving and she runs a stop sign, and and then a cop car flicks on his lights, and then she says to me, I can't get another DUI. I was like, what? You have one? Jesus Christ. And she floors it, turning, making all these turns. We're in like a police chase with this cop, and then she turns into someone's yard, turns off the lights, turns off the car, says get out, and we hide in someone's yard for like 4 hours. And so, yeah, guys, don't do that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I was thinking about this the other day that because I would categorize myself as a dumb person. I think because I'm not depressed. I think people with and for so many reasons, if you just listen to this podcast, I'm sure everyone like in unison was like, yeah, you're just pretty dumb. But I do think people with high IQs get depressed. I think that's why they're depressed, because they have such high IQs and they see too much of like the systems and reality and what's going on. And I bet if you really focus on like politics and the world and the news, like, yeah, you're going to be depressed. But so I don't focus on that. I don't think I have the mental capacity and I think that's why I'm not depressed. I am dumb. But no, I know a thing or two, you know. And for example, I didn't know who I can never say his name. I call him Nosferatu. His name is Netanyahu.
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu. The only reason why I was able to remember his name is if I call him Nosferatu. And he kind of is Nosferatu because he's like kind of a bad guy. So it kind of works. But I'm so dumb. And then I have a friend that's so smart. She's so smart. She got like a full ride to NYU. Like, she's brilliant. But she's so dumb in her own special. Yeah, this guy. This Jew man. Oh, is that bad to say? Sorry. Isn't he evil?
Yeah, no, he's bad.
He's bad.
Yeah.
Girl, he's bad, not in the sexy way, you know? He's bad guy. Nosferatu. But I have a theory that that smart people and dumb people can be the best friends, because dumb people have glimmers of smartness and then smart people have glimmers of dumbness, because they're so smart that they're dumb about other things. And then it's like the perfect match. This was one of those things that I say that don't really make sense and don't really have an ending and don't really have a point. Where's the point, Elle? I'm trying to get better at conversating with people, having conversations, you know? I don't know about you, if you guys are all conversation savvy, but I'm not good at it. And I saw this thing online where it says, this is how you have because like I went on a date recently and I hate it. And I can't, I'm sorry. I can't go on like blind dates anymore. Like the Hinge or can't do it. Cause all you're doing is fact exchanging. Where are you from? Where'd you go to school? And you're just like compiling facts, like creating a profile on a person, which is like, I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. You don't really sorry, I keep on burping. You don't really get to know the person. But I saw this thing online where it's like, instead of asking people, like a really interesting, fun, or interesting way to have a conversation with someone to at least make you look interesting. One would be to speak your words and not fuck them up. If you can master words, you're halfway there. And number two would be, instead of stating facts, kind of bait them a bit into the conversation and add them in. So I have an example. So instead of saying like, hey, example, if I texted my ex and I said, hey, I'm pregnant and it's yours. Like, that would be a bad conversation piece, because you're just kind of giving them information. Instead, say, guess what? Then that adds the extra layer of them saying, what's going on? It piques their interest. So the goal in a conversation is to pique the other person's interest. So bait them a little bit. Be like, I saw something crazy today. And they'll be like, what'd you see? And then you could say something like, man, It was crazy. And then they'll be like, what did you see? What did you see? And then you could be like, this girl, she was really tall. And then they would be, how tall was she? She was like 7'4". Oh my God, that was a girl? Yeah, I think so. I think so. There's a lot of tall girls lately. I don't know if they're trans or if girls are just getting more powerful. You know? Okay. I'm pro trans, by the way. I'm pro trans. I'm pro gay. Wait, what is this stuff about taking away gay marriage? What the fuck? The Supreme Court, not to be a news anchor, but the Supreme Court is, I mean, I'm going to explain this in layman's terms, which was actually a pretty smart way to say that. The Supreme Court is, I guess, mulling over the idea of basically taking away. They want to like review that law. So this is a good way to say it. All right, hit it, Ian.
The Supreme Court is formally asked to overturn landmark same-sex marriage ruling.
What is this? This is just hoopla. Where are the Epstein files? Okay, you're trying to distract us with fucking anything and everything. You're trying to piss us off in different ways. Yes, we care about this, but like, don't do that. Like, nobody cares about same-sex marriages. Like, it's a document. Like, it just blows my mind. This is such radical, insane behavior to take away same-sex marriages. I think there's can you look up the statistics on same-sex marriages, like the success rate versus straight marriages? Because I bet it's way better than straight marriages. Okay. Can you give it a read? Let's see.
So this says that divorce rates for same-sex and heterosexual couples are roughly the same.
Oh. Oh. But you got to think lesbians stay together forever. What about wait. Okay, so some research indicates that same-sex marriages might have slightly lower divorce rate than heterosexual couples, with some studies suggesting that annual divorce rate around 1% for same-sex couples compared to 2% for hetero couple. Yeah, so they're not getting divorced. So maybe they're getting divorced, but not as much. They're actually doing better at marriages than heterosexual couples. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, This is just insane behavior. Donald Trump, how many underage girls did you have sex with that you have to create all this distraction and hoopla? Now it's like the more of the pot that this guy is stirring in every other direction other than the Epstein files, it makes me think Donald Trump was like his best fucking friend. Like his number 2 guy. Like, it's going to be Donald's got to be there and Epstein. We made a mistake. I mean, I didn't vote for him. I couldn't vote, but I don't know. I fucked up the voting, I guess. I wanted to vote. I was going to vote for Kamala, which, I mean, who knows if that would have been, I mean, you don't know, maybe it would have been better than this. Maybe at least gay marriages. I really feel for the gay marriages. I don't know why I don't want that to go away so bad. I mean, but I think it's a moral thing. It's like let's move on. That was 10 years ago. Who really looks at a gay couple and is like, as long as they're not married, it's okay? What? That's crazy. they're sleeping in the same bed. I mean, I'm sorry, if you're a straight woman and you can't fantasize about two gay men having sex, I think you're gay, to be honest. Like if you're a straight woman and you see two gay guys making out and you don't stop for a little bit to take a picture so it'll last longer because you're a little turned on, then I think you're gay. I think this is a lot. This is just saying this screams to me closeted homosexuals are trying to take down uncloseted homosexuals because they're jealous that they get to be gay out in the open. And for whatever reason, Mike Pence is the greatest example of all time. He's the gayest man alive. Didn't he? Anyways, old news, old fucking news. What else is going on? I was eavesdropping on a couple, as we do in New York and probably everywhere. They were fighting, and this guy, it was the best fight. And I don't mean, and I want to say this, I love guys, and you guys are so silly, but whether a guy, because when you're eavesdropping on a couple's fight, you always take a side, one, and then two, you pick who's winning. And even when the woman is wrong, like you can tell when a woman is just like starting a fight for no reason. And to me, I love that still, because I'm like, that's hilarious. And you can tell in their tone, you know, like their tone is like, well, you know, you said that you were going to get me flowers and you didn't. So, I mean, I guess you hate me. I feel like the girls who start fights with their boyfriends for no reason just remind me of myself. So they're like, I know you love me. And he's like, I don't. No, but the couple that I was eavesdropping on, she said, you literally came to the bar with me and then you left with another girl. And then the guy says something that was just unbelievable. He says, that was not my goal. Are you kidding me? That's so, I wanted to be like, one, hilarious. Two, what does that even mean? That wasn't your goal. Why are you adding corporate jargon to a fight? I hate when guys bring corporate jargon into a fight to make them seem smart or like they know what they're talking about. Bitch, you don't, just say, yeah, I fucked up. I hate you. I don't want a relationship. I want to break up. That was not my goal. Babe, that wasn't a part of my KPI. Babe, there's more than 2 ways to skin a cat. What? That wasn't my goal. I wanted to hook up with both of you. That was my goal. I don't know. And I never do. I wanted to say something, but what would I say? Hey, this guy is retarded, still hilarious, but so stupid. You need to leave him immediately. She would have never listened. I mean, my friends have told me so many times with like the guys that I get into things with, every single time I really like a guy, my friends immediately are like, Elle, no, just please don't. He's not good. He's a bad guy. Not like a bad guy, but you know, this is not going to end well. With that said, I do want to try to ask my drug dealer out on a date. And that doesn't sound great, but he's so hot and I don't do like I'm not like a druggie. I just sometimes I'll pick up like mushrooms or something. You can get anything from this guy. And he always and I go to his place and he always answers the door with his shirt off and he's so hot. And so I've been thinking, I'm like, what if I just like ask him if he wants to go out on a date? Should I do it right now? Oh my God, I'll do it right now. Okay. he's not gonna like kill me. It's not. I mean, it's not illegal to ask your drug dealer out on a date per se, right? I mean, what he's doing is illegal. What I'm doing is just fun. Okay, so let's see. What should I say? I'll say, hey, are you single? Wait, is that good? That's good. Maybe you should say like, hey, I don't know if this is no, I shouldn't doubt. I shouldn't put any doubt in myself.
No,
I just
I say you just go right into it.
okay, I sent it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I also asked him to be on my podcast and he said no. And the second I sent that, I was like really scared. I was like, wait, am I going to get like killed from like the drug mafia? Because I have this guy on his podcast. Because my idea was I was going to wear a ski mask. He was going to wear a ski mask. We both, how funny would that be? And we both like alter our voices. And he said he had, obviously he has a lot of stories. And I thought it would be a fun thing. But now I'm just trying to hook up. But what are you going to do? I'm already feeling scared. It's not illegal. It's not illegal to ask your drug dealer out. And he's doing, by the way, financially, way better than me. Way better than me. So it's like he has a job, plus he is hot, plus he's fit, plus, I mean, he has a nice smile. I feel like we don't really chat that much. I just say, hi, here's the money. And then, but sometimes you can get a vibe from just handing men money. It's like the way he takes my money. I'm like, are you in love with me? I think oh my God, he texted me back. Oh my God. Pat, Daddy. Oh my God, he liked it. What should I say? Oh my God, Pat.
You gotta.
You tried to.
ask if he's free.
You came in like a water buffalo. Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't want to interrupt the podcast.
Yeah, and now it's the room is shaking. Respectfully, I love Daddy Pat. He said yes. So should I say, do you want to get a drink?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait, what? Who is this?
My drug dealer.
Seems like a good idea.
That's what everyone says bad idea, but just do it once. And then I could be like, hey, what do you do for work? I don't know, guys. This is bad. This is bad. Okay. Is this a good podcast?
Bluetooth capabilities. We can call him if you
Oh
want.
no, we can't call him.
We talked to him live on the pod.
Oh my God, I would get murdered immediately by the Mexican drug cartel. Are you kidding me? I would be out in seconds. If we called him right now, there'd be a guy waiting at my apartment to murder me. God, what am I doing? Sometimes do you guys feel like this? Like when your life is still and calm and peaceful, you're just like begging for chaos. I need something. It's like, yeah, focus on stand-up. Yeah, and I am. Honestly, I have written a lot of new material and it's going pretty well and I'm excited about it. Sure. But what if I started dating my drug dealer? That would be cool. Wait. Well, then we would have to edit the fuck out of this episode. Not now, just in the future. I guess, that would be perfect. I would never have to bring him around because he has to be secretive. Oh, bad girl, Elle. Bad. I do shit like this. This is why I'm single, because I make bad decisions. All my decisions are. No, I shouldn't put that into the universe. All my decisions are good. All my decisions are good. Are you guys into affirmations? I do them every day. And I got crystals. It's not looking well. I feel like I don't know if crystals work. Oh, I got them with me. Because I told you my dad's into crystals. So I bought 2 crystals from my dad's recommendation. And I know everyone's like, oh, red flag if a girl has crystals. I'm like, baby, I have way more red flags than that. Crystals are like the tiniest reddest flag. It's like compared to my other red flags, crystals are pink flag. Check these out. Got a blue one. And I like the coloring. And I got this purple one. And these rocks, this is why my life is going so well. This is why I made out with my non-ex and got really drunk last night and am hungover texting my drug dealer. They're working, you guys. It's fun. I wanted to say one more thing about my Nana's funeral. I know I keep on talking about it, but this is prevalent to everybody. So before my grandfather dies, right? My grandmother and my grandfather, they had a very traditional relationship. Taking my son out. They had a very traditional relationship, not in a not great way. Like he would stay in his room and then he'd yell out, "Doris, make me a sandwich." And then she was like chained to the kitchen for like their entire marriage. And then when he died, I wouldn't say she was excited, but she was free. She was free, you know, and she was, I will say I've never seen anyone smile as much as my grandma did at my grandfather's funeral. And because she was like, he really torture is a bad word. Not torture. He wasn't like abusive physically, not that I know of, but you know, he really just didn't really let her live her life, you know? So then he died and now she has this new life and she starts getting in a texting ting with, my grandma had a ting with her chiropractor. I guess was a very charismatic type of guy, was texting her a lot and, you know, ended up breaking her heart. So I hate him. I guess he was married, but he really led her on, for a little bit. Anyways, so cut to my Nana's funeral. I'm there with my cousins, you know, by her casket and we're like greeting everyone. All of a sudden this man, this older man, he's probably like 60 in his 60s. He walks in and he's just like booming with charisma. And he has this big smile on his face and he bright blue eyes. And he like immediately he's just like charming the room. He's working my Nana's funeral. He's shaking hands. He's kissing. Everyone's like lighting up when they see him. And he comes to me, shakes my hand, and the energy between us, I was like, Jesus Christ, this had to be. I asked my cousin, I was like, was this the guy that Nana was texting, like had a ting with? And my cousins were like, yeah, that was the guy. And I'm like, I understand it. I see it. Like, horrible guy, but I got lost in his eyes. And I guess the point of the story is it never ends. These fuckboys, they last for even, you can be 80 years old and there'll be guys leading you on forever. It sucks, dude. They don't, just because they're old doesn't mean they're not using their charm and charisma for evil. Stay away from charming guys. I want to be charming. I want to be charismatic. But then when you think about all the charismatic people in the world, I guess they're all pretty evil. Like the known ones. Can you Google famous, charismatic, evil people? Let's see if my ex pops up. Okay, and the first one on the list is Hitler. So that kind of says it all. So everyone was obsessed with Hitler. Charles Manson, yikes. Jim Jones, Temple, oh yeah, Jonestown. Jim Jones naming Jonestown. I know a lot of guys who would name a town after them, you know? Okay, wait, pause for a second. The guy, oh my God, my drug dealer said yes. Yeah, what do you mean, no shit? Oh my God, are you
What is he gonna say? No.
He totally could. He totally could be like, that's not appropriate. I deal every drug under the sun, but I draw a line at doctor patient, or what's it called? Fraternizing with my customers. Yeah, he suddenly turns into an HR guy. Sounds nice. Thursday. Oh my God! And he gave me his room.
He gave you a
number.
day.
You guys.
Are you free Thursday?
Yeah.
You better answer. But not so soon.
What?
Give it like a few minutes.
What do you mean?
You don't want to seem eager.
Oh no, I'm not gonna answer. No, and now I'm gonna block him. I'm just kidding. That would be kind of fun though. Like, I wonder how obsessed a guy would be with you if you like pursued them and then you just didn't respond for like days on end and then just said hey and then didn't respond for days on end and then just said hey again and then didn't respond for days on end, said hey one more time, blocked them, and then months later unblock them, say hey. That's a tactic. I think that would drive a guy. I think that would make a guy in love with you. I don't know who I it's like, who do I want to be in love with me? Jesus Christ. I know I'm always trying to trap these toxic guys, but that's not the point. The point is to not talk to them. Yeah, oh wait, I'm already responding. No. Okay. Everyone, and I have asked several friends about this, like, oh, should I ask my drug dealer out? And everyone said immediately, honestly, what my cousin was like, I can't even talk to you right now. It's gonna be good. You never know. I mean, I'm not doing anything illegal by going on getting a drink with him. I don't think. My cousin's a lawyer. I'm gonna ask my lawyer cousin right after that. Actually, I should ask her right now. Let's call her. Let's see if she answers. Bad gal Riri. Her name's Rihanna. It's Rihanna, the musical singer and fashion icon, is my cousin. Let's see. Answer. She probably has a day job. Oh, yeah, she's a lawyer. I forgot. She's not going to answer. She's going to be like, I'm with a client. Good.
Your call has been forwarded.
Of course. Let me text her. Is it illegal if I go on a date with my drug dealer? Drug dealer who's really hot. That is key information. We'll see. Well, maybe he's not. I wonder if the police are listening to this. if you're a policeman, if you listen to my podcast, you're off duty. Okay. This is not, please don't report. Please. This is the Elle Diablo circle of trust. Okay. Anyways, what else is going on in the world? Ghislaine Maxwell's with, oh yeah, we already reported that. She's in the Theranos ladies jail. I'm sure they're getting off well. I wonder what the conversation. I wonder if they're like combining forces. Like, I wonder if Ghislaine is like lobbying for her new blood company. You know, well, they're both in jail. So what else? What can they possibly do? Maybe they're just playing Scrabble. I was thinking of making that into like a sketch, but it sounds like a really great sketch. Sounds really fun. How's everyone doing? Okay, what's the vibe? What's the vibe here? I think I'm okay. I'm very hungover. There's nothing I'm gonna do I'm just gonna. I mean, I guess I don't smoke weed anymore. I had to stop smoking weed because I would always. It makes me forget that I get really bad anxiety from smoking weed. It's not good for your memory. I don't think it makes me perform. Everyone already thinks I'm high, so what's the point? It's kind of, I do take it as an insult if people ask me if I'm high. And then when I'm in a good mood, people will ask me if I'm drunk. And I'm like, that's also mean. There was, and the thing about comedy, just by the way, there was this, you really have to love stand up to be able to do stand up, because it's just, you on a daily basis, you will come into contact with the most insecure people, not everyone, but the most insecure people who will just like be so blatantly rude to you. And I don't say anything. I just pretend they don't exist. If someone says something rude to me, I literally do not respond. I just go around them and I walk away, and they get really like there was this one situation where I was at a club, and this person who knows me, I've talked to them many times. I just did a set, and I just came off stage, and my purse was behind them, and they said, "Who are you?" I just had a good set. I'm not doing this. I'm not interacting with whatever this is. I don't give a shit. So I just went around them, got my purse, and then walked the other way, and they said, "Hello." Ignore. See, you ignore. And they're like, "What?" And I could hear them across the bar. They're saying, "What the fuck was that?" I don't care. I'm not responding to your fucking bullshit. And then you do a seance when you get home, and you hope they get hit by a car. So that's kind of, just kidding. I take that back. That was mean. I take it back. I hope they don't get hit by a car. But don't be mean to me. Everyone, when you're really insecure and you're being like rude to people know what you're doing. Like you can smell it. And if you don't know what they're doing, if people are just randomly being rude to you, they're being rude because they're insecure and they want to take you down. So and it's embarrassing. It's like the adult version of having a temper tantrum, so you just gotta let them tucker themselves out, ignore them, walk away. No drama. And then I guess on the bright side, if they ever confront me about it, I'll just be like, "Oh, sorry, I was just really high." It's the best part about being chill. You can just always blame drugs that you're never on. I think that's like all I kind of have for you guys today. Like this week has been, pretty chill. What time are we at? Oh, baby, look at that. And just like that, that's the Elle Diablo show. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Come out to a show, Would love to meet you guys. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.
El Diablo Show. El Diablo.